sure you want to until you confirm that you don't know where I've been. What's going on inside? Where the monsters like to come alive, come alive. Do you really wanna know me? I'm really not that cool. It's up to you, so you decide. You love me up my worst till the coffin's in the door to try to break me like a curse. You know that will never.
What's up, guys? Today we're talking about the hentai looking, the Japanese girl fucking, the ugly ass looking jellyfish, blobfish motherfucker. We're talking about the Maniba from Fear and Hunger, baby. That's what we're talking about today. And the reason we're talking about it is because I've basically been doing an enemy retrospective on pretty much every enemy in Fear and Hunger. Because guess what? Most of the enemies are interesting, some are interesting, and some just look cool. And that's what we're doing today, is we're talking about the Maniba. And while I was talking about the Maniba earlier, I was like, wow, this is kind of a lame enemy. It has a cool design, it's a little bit creepy looking, but there's not much to it. But guess what, guys? Through the power of bullshit, I have a pretty cool theory that I want to share after we talk about the basics of the Maniba. First off, the Maniba was apparently originally based off of blobfish, and you can actually see that in the older design in the demo of the game, which I will show now on screen, baby. We're doing editing today. You gotta love to see it. You will see the old version of the Maniba, which will look more like a blobfish jellyfish crossover. Here's the look of a blobfish as well. Boom, pop the blobfish on the fucking screen. Boom, I know what a blobfish. Fuck! I know what a blobfish is, but it lives in the ocean, I think. If it doesn't, then, okay, marine biologist, fuck off. Anyway, the Maniba seems to be an intelligent creature. You can actually have discussions with the Maniba. You can, when you talk to it, it will talk to you telepathically in your mind, right? It has a few interesting discussions, a few interesting dialogue options that it uses when you're talking to the GOAT, the coolest enemy ever, the Maniba. For example, when you say, "What is your origin?" it responds with, "As the Maniba floats around mysteriously, you feel your question is answered inside your head. Maniba's origins come from the deeper depths. You see visions of ruins clouded by green hue." Then you ask, "What is the place shrouded by the green hue?" As Maniba floats around mysteriously, you feel as your question is answered inside your head. Maniba suggests that this is a place caught in a place where time has no meaning. When you say, "There is no need for killing," the Maniba floats around mysteriously, you feel your question is answered inside your head. The Maniba seems to suggest that it needs to absorb your life force. It's nothing personal. Prepare to die. As Maniba floats around mysteriously, you feel as if your taunt goes on deaf ears. There's a couple interesting things that you can actually get from this conversation. One is that the Maniba floats. I didn't realize that when I first fought it. I thought it was like crawling around. Whoa! I can't say that word. Crawling around on like its giant tentacles. I thought it was standing straight up and using its tentacles to hold itself up. But now that I think about it, it makes a lot more sense that the thing that can use telepathy can also make itself float. So it's actually magical and it can float. Now, the other thing that's interesting that it says is that it assures you that trying to kill you isn't personal. That implies that it might feel a little bit bad about killing you. Now, that's just a crazy thought process that I have. But if I tell someone it's not personal, I'm about to both shoot them, it means well, I really don't want to kill you, but I kind of have to. So that implies that for some reason the Maniba needs your life force, either to survive or orders from a higher being. We don't know, but I'm assuming it just needs to absorb your life force.
Good start tonight. I ordered 2 fish sandwiches and I got 1.
McDonald's, why? All the extra onions just falling everywhere.
Oh, I got extra onions this time.
Yep.
Now, the really interesting part of this is when the Maniba references the green hue. And there's 2 instances of green hue that I personally know of in Fear and Hunger. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just can think of 2. And the 2 instances of green hue that I think about are the green hue in the void, and then the green hue that surrounds the Lady of the Moon when you talk to her in the ruins. So those are 2 instances of green hue, which to me implies that the Maniba is from one of those 2 green hues. Both could be the void. I think both those green hues are likely just the void. So no matter what, the Maniba is coming from the void in origin. However, this is where my theory gets crazy. If the Maniba is coming from the Lady of the Moon's green hue that surrounds her, the void that surrounds her, is it not reasonable to think that perhaps the Meniba is related to the moon god and related to Lady of Moon, and perhaps just a weak servant or a weak henchman of those creatures? Because when you think about it, it references the green hue. You find the green hue around the Lady of the Moon, and then around the Lady of the Moon, you see a ton of Menibas. So why did the Lady of the Moon arrive with so many Menibas? And just the Menibas. Not any other creature from the void is present around the Lady of the Moon except Menibas. There's no other creatures there. And then when you go into the void, you don't see any Menibas. When you go there for your S rank endings or your ascension, right? You don't see any Menibas. You just see the normal demons in the void. But for some reason, around the Lady of the Moon, the only thing coming out of the void that she uses is Menibas. To me, that's not concrete evidence, but to me it does imply that there is an affiliation with Menibas to the God of the Moon, or at least to the Lady of the Moon, which really gives them a lot more interesting story, because that now makes sense why they're in the dungeon. They're probably there to serve as an early test to try to stop a new human from ascending, since obviously the moon god does not want that. I can't say his name, but obviously he does not want that. So that's just a theory, a game theory that I have about the Menibas. I think it makes sense. Anyway, time to talk about the actual combat of the Menibas. They're fucking easy, okay guys? Menibas are, if you get killed by an Meniba, you fucking suck. And I've been killed by him like 20 times, so I guess I suck. But that's when I play Inky. Inky, the Menibas to Inky is a run killer, bro. Because if you can't one-shot the Menibas, bro, they will hit you with 24 different tentacles and then inject you with their cock and shoot fucking worms up your asshole. Okay? And that's disgusting. It makes me sick. They give you STDs like crazy. They give you worms. They give you parasites. It's just fucking nasty. And they have like 8 different attacks if all their tentacles hit. And for some reason, every time I fight one, all their attacks seem to hit. They do like fucking 60 damage a fucking turn and then infect my asshole with worms. So Menibas can be dangerous. But if you're playing as the Outlander, Kahara, Darcy, or any character that isn't a fucking pussy like Inky, they're really not that tough. You can usually just one-shot them and not get hit at all. Another thing about the Menibas is that they're extremely slow, okay? You can just run right by them. They're not going to hit you. They're fucking pussies. They're not going to hit you. They float around at the speed of fucking snails. They look like a blobfish trying to walk around on land, for God's sake. They're not quick. So that should be fine. Whew. I'm really getting into it, guys. I'm really getting into it. Also, I was just fucking doing research on the Fear and Hunger Wikipedia, right? And I just looked at the lore, and I promise you, I swear to you that the lore says in the fucking Torrentpedia, just now, I just glanced up at it, it said they are very likely pawns of the moon god Rear, whose sign is present in level 2 basement, where they appear. The fact that they communicate with the player telepathically, one of Rear's followers' skills, suggests that at this also, moreover, they highly resemble the Lady of the Moon, another of Rear's servants. I just read that, and somehow, I promise you, while doing research for this video, before even looking on this Wikipedia, I've never read that article. I literally thought they were servants of Rear, or the Lady of the Moon, before looking at this fucking reading right here. Which now just makes me feel fucking more intelligent. It makes me feel like, wow, people are seeing the same shit I'm seeing. So that just fucking validated me. I know that went off topic like crazy, but that really just validated me. That really did. I just saw this. I'll show you guys right now what I'm looking at. This really just validated me, because I did not see that before. Anyway. Back to the combat. Just don't attack their tentacles. Always go for the head. If you attack their tentacles, you're dumb. It's not going to work, gamers. Just attack their head. And that's Menibas for you guys. I really don't know what else to say about them. I feel like I've done a lot to describe them pretty well. This is an 8-minute fucking video somehow, and there's not enough footage I can gain of fighting Menibas for 8 minutes. So I really don't know if I'm going to put it as a background footage while we fight. So, I'm in a struggle, guys. There's going to be a lot of editing done on this video, because fighting fucking Menibas for 8 minutes is not entertaining. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. I've had tons of energy lately. I don't know why. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay blessed, stay happy, stay safe, and see you guys in the next one, I hope. Stay blessed.